it's just so windy out there. I mean, I was struggling to even get in my car today. It was like me against the wind and the car door.
I'm glad you made it.
It was pretty comical. If anyone was watching, I'm glad you got a show.
Yeah. You know,
One of those days.
I made the genius decision to ride my bike today, and that was a horrible thing. Talk about leaning into the wind to try to get through it. Gosh, it was a struggle. Departure from average. It's a lot colder across the Central Plains right now, 33 degrees below average for Kansas City right now. They are sitting at a whopping 8 degrees with a wind chill reading down well below zero. So a lot of Arctic air intrusion across most of the Central Plains in the upper Midwest. That trough, you can actually see where it's located right across parts of the Midwest and back across areas into Chicago, Illinois and the Great Lakes. So that front actually is draped across the Eastern Plains, which is why we have the cloud cover and why we have the much colder temperatures right now in parts of Baca County and areas back into Lamar. So that's the stationary front. Of course, it's a cold front that moved in and just is kind of hanging out here with warm air coming in from the west, that cold air coming in from the east. So it's that dividing line between where we have a decent 30-degree temperature gradient and about a 30-mile period. So if you were to travel towards Lincoln County right now, you're going to be running into a lot colder air. With that westerly flow across most of the central and western slope, you'll notice most of this activity with more low-level moisture coming in will really materialize more so into widespread scattered snow showers overnight tonight and through the day on Tuesday, stretching as far south as parts of Telluride. But again, most of our heavy snow will be up towards the northern mountains around Rocky Mountain National Park and Estes Park. So we're going to stay dry here in the Pikes Peak region. May get a few little flurries down across the Sangre de Cristos late Tuesday night heading into Wednesday. But all that to say, fresh powder across many of our ski resorts, but we will stay dry here along the Front Range and the Eastern Plains. Here's a look at that future snowfall, and we have finally started to pick up some decent snow amounts across most of the central and northern mountains, which is a good thing. We need moisture all across the state. We don't want to dismiss that by any means, but this area is under extreme drought-stricken conditions, so the snowpack, is a great thing. We want to continue to see that, and hopefully a very slow melt into the springtime months, because that would be extremely beneficial. 6 to 8 inches of snow will be likely there for some of those higher peaks above 9,500 feet over the next 48 hours. Lower levels, so about 2 to 4 inches for some areas below 9,000 feet there in the central mountains and parts of Crested Butte, Vail, Breckenridge. And then very, very light accumulations here for Telluride, general 2 to 4 for some of those higher peaks in the Sangre de Cristos. Probably going to wake up on Wednesday morning with a fresh little blanket of snow, but it will be extremely light. Notice the difference tomorrow in temperatures is not really going to change. We're still going to be under the cloud cover, very dismal conditions across the Eastern Plains with temperatures barely hovering above freezing, and then right across parts of Colorado Springs and Pueblo. Pueblo didn't warm all that much today. Finally made it into the 40s earlier today, but will be a bit warmer tomorrow. Winds will not be quite as strong, and then on Wednesday, notice some of that cold air is starting to slowly sag across the state. It will finally move into the Pikes Peak region by Thursday, and that's where our temperatures are really going to take a dip, really into the low 30s for highs for Woodland Park by Friday. And then look at those overnight lows. So that Arctic air will finally arrive here in Colorado Springs, Woodland Park, Pueblo, and that's when our overnight lows are going to start to get well below zero in some locations. So Pueblo County likely to get that 2 below zero by Saturday night into Sunday. I'm not going to joke about snuggle alerts. I know, it's Valentine's Day this weekend, right? It's Sunday.
Yes.
It's Sunday. So I'm going to leave the puns up to you guys. But look, it's going to be cold. If you don't, maybe you need a heated blanket. I'll say that. Heated blanket for Valentine's Day. That's a great gift idea.
There you go. Practical.
Yeah.
We don't heart the forecast.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went like this. You didn't see it.
There we go.
Somebody saw it. There you go. In your Money Matters report, parents could be in